softly to me. Follow my voice wherever it leads, from mountains through valleys to deep rolling seas, borne on the wings of the breeze.
No one could pretend that Mole End was exactly fashionable. Mole wasn't rich like Toad, or artistic like Rat, or of ancient lineage like Badger. But he had made his little house himself to suit his own tastes, and he was fond of it. Sometimes Ratty would come to tea when he could be persuaded to leave his beloved river. Toad popped in occasionally to boast and play skittles, though Mole wasn't so keen on this after Toad accidentally knocked the nose off the statue of Queen Victoria. Even Badger sometimes dropped in unexpectedly to drink a glass of home-brewed ale. But visitors never ever came from outside their little world. That is, until...
Oh, my! Oh, my! I must tell Ratty.
As soon as Mole approached Ratty's house, it was obvious that he was not alone.
Never been one to shirk my duties.
Especially when you're enjoying yourself, Toady.
Wealth has its duties as well as its privileges. One endeavours to elevate the tone.
Care for a cup of tea, Toad?
Tea? Oh, why not, dear Rat? Soon it will be caviar, champagne, but now...
Ratty?
Oh, there's Mole.
Oh, Mole. Yes, excellent fellow, Mole, in his way.
Hello, Ratty. Toad, I'm glad you're here. Such news, Ratty.
Come in, old fellow. Care for a cup of tea?
Yes, please, I didn't have any breakfast. You see, I got this letter, and...
Ah, Mole, just in time to hear my news.
I have some news too, Toady. You see, I had this letter...
Ah, yes, don't get many of those, Mole, I dare say. Now, my correspondence extends throughout the crowned heads of Europe.
Here's your tea, Mole.
Thank you, Ratty. Yes, I've had a letter from my cousin. And, oh, Ratty, he's coming to stay with me.
I say, Mole, that'll be jolly for you.
Yes, very interesting. But, Mole, you haven't heard my news yet.
A sugar toad?
What? Oh, yes.
What sort of chap is your cousin, Mole?
Well, I've never actually met him, but I dare say he likes the same sort of things as I do. Ratty, I thought perhaps you'd show my cousin the river. Might even have a picnic. And I'm sure he'd like to visit Toad Hall.
Oh, dear Mole, any relative of yours, however humble, must always be welcome. But just now, a rather important social event is about to occur. I am giving a literary soiree, and I have just heard that the distinguished poet Auberon Mole has promised to attend.
Oh, yes, that's my cousin.
Auberon Mole is your cousin, Mole?
No, Ratty, of course not. Auberon Mole is a famous literary figure. Mole's cousin is someone quite different.
I dare say he is, Toady, but his name is Auberon.
I say, Mole, are you sure?
Yeah.
That's quite right. So it is.
But he's a famous literary figure. I was quite astonished when he agreed to come to our little soiree. Naturally, I suggested that he should stay at Toad Hall. I mean, he can't possibly stay at Mole End.
Oh.
Well, what rot, Toad. Of course he can. Mole End is a very jolly little place. Just needs furbishing up a trifle. No difficulty with that, eh, Moley?
No, I suppose not.
That's right, Toad. Put it down there to hide the garden roller.
But I use the garden roller every day. Rabbits will come in and make footprints, and I like the place to be kept tidy.
But you don't want to look as if you do it yourself, Mole. Why not hire a weasel for an hour or so every day to lean on it? That's what my gardeners do at Toad Hall.
And we really ought to hide the skittles.
Oh, yes, not the thing at all for a gentleman's house.
We might borrow one of Badger's cricket bats, prop it up outside the front door.
But I...
Splendid.
Nothing like a Latin quotation or two, my young friend. When occasion arises, just take one of these books negligently out of your bookshelves, leaf through it, and... Dear me.
We really ought to do something about this furniture.
I'm not sure that quite fits with the rest of my furniture.
I should hope not, Mole. That's Chippendale, that is. Well, I think it's Chippendale. It might be Louis the 18th.
You'll dine at home, Mole, the first evening, I dare say.
Dine?
Don't worry, Mole. I'll send the food around. There'll be caviar, Chateaubriand, champagne.
Yes, but...
And of course, you'll change for dinner.
Change?
Ah, no dinner jacket, I dare say. Toad?
Certainly, my dear fellow. Only too happy to oblige.
Splendid, Mole. It looks splendid.
If only we had time to get it to my tailor. But... Oh, elegant, Mole. Very elegant.
Always prefer a smoking jacket myself, but no doubt Mole's cousin will expect...
You've got to have a little bit of style.
If you leave it all to us, you'll be really quite beguiling.
Casually quote a Greek or Latin phrase. Or something from the tragic plays of Shakespeare.
You've got to have a little bit of style.
You've got to have a little bit of style.
And that's the thing that always knocks 'em in the aisle. Just be scintillating, debonair and chic.
And I can give you hints on half the dinner speaking. Then you'll have a little bit of style.
You've got to have a little bit of style. If one is not too gifted, it's terribly worthwhile.
To know about antiques and objets d'art.
And maybe drop in little gems like Eton and Harrow.
Show you've got a little bit of style. Show you've got a little bit of style. You've got to have a little bit of style.
It'll help you through those really rather terribly vile occasions.
Where everyone's acting affable and suave. And polishing off the champers and the grave by the magnum.
Then you need a little bit of style. You've got to have a little bit of style.
All society people, stand up a mile.
'Cause they're fashionable, elegant and astute. Though a slightly pinching waist is causing acute discomfort,
You've got to have a little bit of style. You've got to have a little bit of... You've got to have a little bit of style.
No. No. I don't care what he expects. If he won't take me as I am, he can...
Oh.
He can go away.
Find yourself a room in the village and call for orders tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
Cousin Auberon?
Oh, cousin. So good of you to let me invite myself to stay.
Not at all. Do come in.
So this is Mole End.
Yes, it is.
Ah,
I expect you'd like to see your room. I'm afraid it's rather small.
I once wrote a poem called The Spare Room.
Oh. Oh, my. Oh, Ratty. Oh, Badger. Oh, Toad.
Should I dress for dinner?
Oh.
I thought if you were having guests for dinner...
No. No. No guests. And I don't usually have dinner. Just high tea.
Ah,
I thought we might have muffins and poached eggs.
just what I fancy.
Really?
And just the two of us?
Yes.
Splendid.
Oh.
If you only knew how tired I am of high society and literary figures and all that stuff. I don't mean to do anything while I'm here, except to enjoy a little simple comfort and some family gossip. Did you know about Uncle Ethelbert?
Oh, yeah. He was the black mole of the family. I should say the white mole. He gambled.
And what's worse, he always won. Did you say something about a cup of tea?
Feet up by the fireside, soft and easy chairs, an old friend passing by. Tea and cakes and gingerbread, and warming by the fire, ember-toasted muffins by the mile. This is my home, not much, but all I own. I know it even better than the fish know the sea, and it knows everything about me. Gentle conversation of the comfortable kind. You couldn't ask for more. Remember?
Well, I never.
Household, did he? No. There's a lot we should be very thankful for. This is my home. Not much, but all I own. I know it even better than the fish know the sea, and it knows everything about me. Outside it could be thundering or ankle deep in snow, rain helter-peltering, we won't know. Now, where was I?
Did I tell you?
Oh, no.
How big?
Well, I'm sure I wouldn't know him anymore. This is my home. Not much, but all I own. I know it even better than the fish know the sea, and it knows everything about me. This is my home, not know it even better than the fish know the sea, and it knows everything about me.
Oh, I've always wanted to play Skittles. Fancy, I nearly beat you that time.
I hope you don't mind. I don't keep a fine cellar like Badger and Toad, but home-brewed ale?
Most refreshing. What a treat. We don't really have to go to that literary soiree tomorrow, do we?
I think you ought to go. Toad will be so disappointed if you don't.
Oh, very well. Just to please you. Wait for us here, if you please. We shan't be long.
Yes, sir.
Oh! How do you do? Mr. Toad, isn't it? What a charming little place you have here. It quite reminds me of the summer house at Little Bending, the Duke of Pilling's place.
Summer house?
You know my cousin, of course. When I received your very obliging invitation, I was going to refuse.
Oh.
Such a press of engagements. So fatiguing. But then I realized that it would give me the opportunity to visit Mole End and to get to know my cousin. I remember that my father always used to say that he was the best of the lot of us.
No?
Quite right. So he is, the best of the lot of us.
Oh, Ratty.
An honor and a privilege, sir, to welcome you here. Not least because you are related to our friend.
What? Yes, quite so, Rat. Absolutely, Badger. You took the very words out of my mouth. Pray, come inside, sir. Your audience awaits you, and, of course, we have reserved a place of honor for our dear friend Mole. Why, What?
Dear cousin, I can't thank you enough. I feel a different Mole. You must come and stay with me in Twickenham.
Well, it's very kind of you, but I don't really go out into society.
You don't need to, dear cousin. You have your own little circle of society here. I hope I may come back again one day.
Any time, of course.
Perhaps next time, Ratty would take me on the river.
I'm sure he would. Goodbye, Cousin Auberon.
Bye. Bye.
Hello, Mo. Just wondered if you might care for a little game of Skittles.
Spin me a dream woven silver and gold, from sunshine and shadows and days long ago, where people are memories and stories unfold. Willows, the tales you have told.